if you're trying to do anything important with your life, you're going to realize there's going to be a lot of people who doubt you, people who say you can't do what you're saying you will do. And by the end of this video, you understand why that is an amazing thing and you should be really happy about it and not dismayed about it in any way. So the first thing you have to understand is that if you aren't being doubted, you're doing something wrong. I'm not a big fan of Apple because I don't know their extent. I don't know the extent of their affiliation to the New World Order, but, this quote is pretty cool. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones that do. That's because the core of achieving anything is self-belief. Now, you already have heard that before. That's, very normy stuff. What you have to understand is that you shouldn't place any value on people doubting you because this is the average dude, okay? This is not even accounting for, all the other stuff like cucking. I mean, you'd be surprised how many dudes are actually cucks. But in any case, the average BMI of men in 2015, 2016, so we're going to assume it's gone up at least 1 point, which would mean now it's over 30, which means the average dude's obese, okay? And when you go out in public, how many fat people do you see? Quite a bit, all right? And according to the CDC, the current divorce rate nationwide is around 42%. Why is it 42%? Because most guys are geeks and most girls, if you go, when I used to be a gooner, I used to be a gooner, right? A super gooner, an extreme megalomaniac gooner. I would go on Reddit and I would check the SEX subreddit, and it would just be a bunch of middle-aged women talking about how their husband can't make them finish and how they get no satisfaction at all. That's the average guy. I know there's going to be some geek in the comments like, well, that's not actually all that matters. No, there's actually more important things than all. Obviously, bro, I'm using it as an example, okay? Now, with that being said, you want to understand that, what is doubt? Doubt is assuming this, let's just use my hands as a figurative explanation. This is the expectation. This is what's realistic, okay? And what's realistic is based always on what you think you can achieve, okay? People are always going to project what they personally believe onto others. So the average dude, if you're being doubted, that means the average dude is doubting you. The average dude has an expectation like this. Like, well, if I get a Honda Civic for a good insurance break, then, that's the peak of my life. That's literally the peak of some people's lives. They got a Honda Civic for a good deal, all right? Do you really want to hold yourself to the standard that these people hold? Do you really want to hold yourself to the expectation that these people have? This all the way down here? If you have a pair of bollocks that are anything above the size of 2 peanuts, when I say peanuts, I mean the little, or more like sunflower seeds, the baseball players use, your expectation should be up here. So don't concern yourself that people with expectations all the way down here. Because those people, you don't want to be like them, okay? And if you don't want to be like them, why listen to them, okay? Their advice is completely useless to you. This is what the average dude looks like. I just Googled this, so, this guy posed like this, so I assume he's open for flaming. Let's look at that. Most girls are jealous of this dude's tits. Anyways, so now this is where it gets real esoteric and real interesting, all right? Gotta use doubt for success. So these potatoes, you can see here, these potatoes are creating energy that could be used to light something. And if you have enough potatoes, in theory, you could even charge your phone. And as you see Albert Einstein's quote here, energy cannot be created or destroyed. It can only be changed from one form to another. So guess what? When people are doubting you, doubt, that is energy. There's energy in the words. There's literal energy because it's vibration, frequency, right? That's literal energy. So what I'm going to tell you to do is take the energy, say thank you, and then convert it. So you know how in school they tell you well, you can convert potential energy into kinetic energy. Okay, cool, right? I really don't like school, but we learned that. I'm sure you remember learning. You're taking negative energy and turning it to positive energy through your mind. So negative energy, process into positive energy. Now the way you convert it is by reinterpreting it in your own frame. All right. And I could talk about auras and that mental plane of air and whatnot, but I feel like it's going to make it a bit too complicated. The very simple way of looking at it is you, in the same way that person has his own expectation, his own thoughts that it projects onto the external reality he lives in, you can have your own internal thoughts. So for example, if you think, Well, the average person doubting me is good because the average person doubts me. That means, I'm doing something, trying to do something special with my life. And the people who think they're doing something special or who can do something special are the ones who do end up doing things that are special. So you take in the negative energy and like, oh, this is what would happen if I'm actually doing something good. You have reframed it in your own mind as positive. So it gets outputted as positive energy. Now, this positive energy you can use for different things. Use it to start a business. Use it to talk to that girl you've had that crush on. You can use it to become a better speaker. Use it for literally anything. It's transmutation. Okay? That is why being doubted is a mate. Because it's free energy, bro. If you were some geek who just did nothing all day and you're like, I'm just an average guy. I'm gonna go to college, then I'm gonna get like a liberal arts degree, and then I'm gonna like jerk myself off while I'm writing off for BuzzFeed. Yeah, that person gets no negative energy in or very little negative energy in. What else? He has no, he's barely any energy to work with in the first place. So he uses all his energy on jerking off. Okay, basically, his entire energy expenditure is Googling tits. Okay, if you are any type of man that is worth anything, you can do better than that. That's why being doubted is a myth. Because if you try doing anything more than what I just said, you will be doubted. That being said, if you want more amazing information that is censored on YouTube, join my Discord. It's going to be linked in the description. Check out the free value section. Subscribe for more amazing videos and check out this other video. So good at this. Always.